Hey, I'm Danny. I'm cooking. I decided that I would talk a little bit about the ingredients of life. You're like, what the hell does that mean? Well, it's like when we're born, we're given all these ingredients, then we get to decide, like, which ingredients do we like to use? Sometimes we get distracted about what can be used and what we would like to be using. Sometimes when we feel good, we know that those are the ingredients to use, right? Okay. So when we don't feel good, we go that, ooh, we don't like those ingredients. But then if we focus on the fact that we don't like those ingredients, the universe gives us more of those ingredients. So I'm making myself some dinner. And I'm thinking about, what the hell do I want to use? What do I want to feed myself with? What do I want to nourish myself with? You know? Okay. So, and what allows me to do this, and what allows everybody to do this in weird and wonderful ways when you wake up in the morning, is having a clarity about you to know what ingredients you like to use and whatnot. You know what doesn't taste good, right? You know what you do not like to put into your mouth, into your body, right? Sometimes we do it anyway. Sometimes we do it because other people are doing it. Sometimes we like to taste new things. We want to experience new things. And it's so awesome because we can. Okay? But when you're intentional with what you want your life to move forward with, it becomes a lot easier. And it doesn't have to actually be something that you even know, but it can just be something that you're excited about. It can just be something that you maybe have not experienced before. Ooh, those ingredients. Okay? If something keeps happening in your life that you don't like, why do you keep allowing those ingredients to come into your reality? Why? You wouldn't put, let's say if you don't like hearts of palm. I can't stand hearts of palm. It smells like feet. It makes me want to gag. I don't want to put hearts of palm in my salad. Okay, although I'm cooking potatoes right now. But just for example, I would not want to do that because I don't like the flavor. I don't want that experience. So what ingredients do you want to have in your life? We're going through a really, really awesome time. I talk about this awesome time all the time because everything's kind of awesome. This year I've been able to go through such crazy bullshit, and I am on top of the world, filled with inspiration. I'm so happy, like to the core of my being, and I'm just focusing on gratitude, and I'm... Oh, thanks. Close the fridge. Thank you. Sorry, my little elfin creature liked to keep the fridge open. Now you get to see my dirty desk. But anyways, with, all this stuff that's been going on, that's hilarious. Oops. And so when you get to this point of being able to be conscious of knowing, like, what it is that you want in your life, we get told over and over again, these situations keep happening that we don't want. They're going to keep happening until you say, stop, enough. I don't want this anymore. Okay? And this is really bringing forth, like, this worthiness aspect. And when you actually start going, halt, I don't want that experience. I don't want that ingredient in my life. I don't want that hearts of palm in my salad. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel like you're standing up for yourself. It makes you feel like you want to go do something and bring more aspects into your life to juice it up a little bit, to make it a little bit more splendid, to make it a little bit more magical. So I just finished a session tonight. I had 2 amazing sessions today, and where we're really focusing on, gratitude and appreciation. How do you anchor in that appreciation and moving into what kind of things do you want to consciously create, and what experiences do you want to see fulfilled in your life? If I were to die tomorrow, what how would I feel? Would I be happy? I would be totally stoked. I blazed through fears, I blazed through hardships, I figured a lot of stuff out, I'm helping people, I'm fulfilling my purpose, and, it's all because I wanted to focus on what do I want to have in my life. And yes, I've been duped, and yes, I'm human, and I would be deadly. But then, we have to go through experiences to be reminded of, oh wait, maybe I don't want this to be a part of my life, or maybe I do want this to be a part of my life. And, sometimes the universe comes and shatters things and says, you've been doing so good. You've been doing so good. Bravo. You got comfortable and doing good. So we're going to have you get over one of your biggest fears. Hi. Vulnerability, meet human. Human, meet vulnerability. Discuss. A lot of these triumphs and everything that goes on is so you can be really, 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 moving forward through like all these hardships, all or whatever. You can call them hardships. I like calling them lessons. These are fuel for you to learn and grow and to evolve from. And if you don't look at it that way, you're just going to find yourself not happy. Okay. I love looking at life like a riddle. Okay. If you're unhappy, something's got to change. And typically we want everything else to change outside of us, but that's not what it's all about. It's about investing in you. It's about loving you. Because if there's anything that's more important than anything else, it's you loving yourself. And we never received any manual on how to do this, okay? Nobody's ever gotten a manual on how to love yourself. And oftentimes we try to find this love through external means in order to fulfill the voids that we have perceived that we have, and there's this disconnect. And but if we start learning to love ourselves just a little bit more, honoring yourself, thinking about which ways what things can you do in your life that will actually, through action, show yourself that you love yourself and that you're worthy of your own love. Okay? So I like to use what I've been going through in my mind lately is the term investment. An investment is something that you put your energy towards to watch it grow and blossom, right? That's what an investment is. Okay, so I've been thinking, which ways can I invest in this more? Okay, so I've been pushing away distractions. I've been pushing away the hearts of palm because I don't want the hearts of palm in my salad. I know what kind of salad I like. This knows what kind of salad I like. Ain't nobody else. I know what ingredients I want in my life. Okay? I know what ingredients I want to cook for dinner. Okay? Nobody else, although we've been told what to eat our whole lives. We've been, told what to do, by society, and what to eat, how to think, how to behave. Are those the ingredients you want? Think about it, okay? So, investing, when you put forth the effort and energy in your life to actually give yourself the means to move forward without other distractions, watch the universe move out of your way and give you what you need. It is awesome. Okay, not only that, you start feeling progress, you start feeling a new wave of momentum, you start feeling like you're kicking ass, and you want to do more things that make you feel better, and then you want to keep on going and going and going and going and going. And then you become this amazing, invincible aspect of creation that you just want to keep on knowing how good you can continue to feel. So you keep on doing more healthy things and creating more things, and so it's really cool. And then you become this super stoked creation of you. You're tossing salads. Oops, I'm human. But anyways, you're creating salads. You're creating the ingredients. You are intentionally bringing in the ingredients that you want in your life through your clarity. That clarity comes from meditating. That clarity comes from really being you and authentically being you, by saying, hey, society, I appreciate you knowing and thinking that you know how I need to live my life. You ain't me. You ain't me. Don't tell me how to live. Don't tell me how to live. I'm not very good with that. Okay? But the programming and all this that we have to overcome is part of the playful journey. And to know that there's ways to actually move through this and actually creating this really, really powerful aspect that is your life filled with the ingredients that you intentionally want to have, that you want to experience. It becomes this beautiful aspect of creation that is you. It is you. It always has been. It always will be. But I always like to think, what am I doing? How can I fulfill myself more? What can I completely anchor into my life? What do I want to experience? How do I want to experience these things? What kind of people do I want to manifest? What kind of relationships do I want to show up for myself? But I can think all that all I want, but when it comes down to it, I sit my ass down, I put my hands on my heart, and I clear my mind. I allow myself to feel my own love, because none of that matters in the end. None of it matters in the end. Okay? I want my life to represent me, and the best way that it can represent me is by investing in myself. Okay? So invest in yourself, invest in you, because you're worth it. We're all worth it. And when we do this, you inspire other people to do it. Okay? If I weren't investing in myself, I wouldn't be on this screen telling you about me investing in myself. Okay? Is that my crown chakra? Check out my crown chakra. My chakra con. But yeah, it's a really cool journey. And, I've been here before. I've been to this space once before. I'm definitely stepping into, what Abraham calls the vortex of invincibility. I, feel like everything's just bing, 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 bing. Everything is really getting exciting right now. Nothing really is happening, but it is. But, I can tell that it's happening because this right here is pulsating and vibrating. It's so it's a lot of cool stuff that's going on. We're moving into this state of, this new renaissance of, okay, cool, done, chapter over, new year begin. It's funny how humans, we use the New Year's as a way of starting over, when any minute can be a new year for you. So again, when you're tired of being tired, you're going to throw your hands up in the air, throw your hands on your heart, and start investing in yourself, start making yourself an important story that's important to you, not for other people. You don't go to the gym so you can look good for other people. You go to the gym so you can feel good about yourself. Okay? You eat good food so you can feel good about yourself. You surround yourself with good people so you can feel good about yourself. This is not about impressing other people. My God, Do you. Do what makes you work, because you're the unique you that needs to be fully expressed, and you're the unique you that is being asked to be fully experienced, to grant other people permission to really, really, really just to be you to its fullest completion. And it never completes because everything's eternal, so get over that whole limiting thing. But if you're not happy, change your situation. If you're unhappy, change your thoughts. If you're unhappy, try something new. If you're unhappy, keep having faith, because you're going to go through shit. We're all going to go through shit. That happens. But the shit, once you get through it, you become quite strong and you become quite inspirational, because people all of a sudden realize that there's a truth to your smile and that other people are trying to be inspired by as well. And when you see other people smiling authentically, they know that something's going on. And that's sexy. That's healing. That's creating change. That's doing amazing new things. That's causing consciousness to expand. This moment has never been lived before. You may as well do something fun with it, right? No, let's just masturbate and play video games. No, fuck that. Go for a drive. Go to a jazz club. Go do something you want to do. You know? There's so much to life. There's so much to life. With my dad passed away at the age of 50. My twin brother passed away last year. So I've had the wonderful experience, and I've had to turn it into a good experience. Yes, I've mourned, and it's been amazing, and it's been sad, and it's been hard. But I have the blessing to live the life that I have to live. I can go and do whatever I want in this body. I get to go meet new people. I get to go listen to new music. I get to go travel. I get to go do whatever I want. I get to cook potatoes. Purple ones, like fancy style, you know? So it's really all about what you want. And so many people are afraid to really move past these different fears. And these fears, it's bullshit. You want to know what fear is? Wait until you're on your deathbed regretting not doing anything. That's fucking frightening. Okay? I've seen it before. I've seen it with my family. And that's not a way to go. That's not a way to live, you know? And, you know, we have these experiences for a reason. We have these people in our lives for a reason. And I have you in my life for a reason. You have me, and you know, we're all connected. And this isn't about, you know, trying to impress other people. Like I said, this is about your life. And if you're not living the life that you want to live, if you're not out there living joyfully and experiencing new things in wonderful ways, that's really selfish. That's really selfish. Think about it that way. Okay? Think about you not being joyful, let me scratch that. By you not going to allow yourself to move past your fears is actually kind of selfish, because it's actually, you can actually inspire so many people by moving past what you want, okay? You can inspire. A lot of us are really afraid to share our fears. You know what things I've been afraid of? I'm afraid of being arrogant. That's a huge fear of mine. And I told my friend Eric this the other day, and he says, well, why don't you just be arrogant for a second? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Where my fears used to be, I was afraid to be me. I was afraid to share with people my feelings. I was afraid to speak in front of people. I was afraid to be me. I was afraid to be gay. I was afraid to be emotional. I was afraid to live. I was afraid to want to live. I was afraid of other people. I was afraid of other people's energy. I was afraid of being around people. And what's fascinating is that all these little fears are keeping you away from living your purpose. So when you move into that aspect of moving past your fears and moving forward no matter what, like, what's a fucking fear? It's like this imaginative thing that's holding you back from reaching your potential. You know, what is that word potential? Your word potential is accessing all that you can and becoming all that you want to be, all that your heart wants to be, and like creating your life from a place of excitement, desire, and passion and love, you know? So when you move past these fears, you give other people permission to do the same. And they may not know what your fears are, but here's the thing is that we're all kind of connected because we all have similar fears, you know? So you can choose to feed the fears and choose to have those ingredients in your life, or you can choose to give your focus and awareness on other things that are actually going to reciprocate you into blossoming into your fullest potential. So these are all things that have been going through my mind. And so I'm tired of bullshit. I'm tired of sitting on my ass. I haven't been really sitting on my ass, but I feel like I have because I'm too hard on myself. But stepping into your full power is a huge topic because there's a vibrational addiction so that kind of happens. We get used to safety, but also human potential is so huge. It's huge. It really is unlimited. And to actually be fully authentic in that is really, really awesome. If everything were to happen like boom, fast, you'd probably just freak the fuck out. Okay? So time is a really, really, really valuable asset. But, you know, it was my potential that used to hold me back. And what was really interesting is lately, or, you know, the last 6 months or so, I wasn't allowing myself to feel the joy that I was giving out into the world. So my work I started to feel as though my work was draining. I started to feel uninterested. And the reason why I wasn't allowing myself to feel the joy that I was giving to other people is because I didn't want other people to judge me as being arrogant. What bullshit is that? So I actually made myself a hypnotherapy session the other day, actually about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, on allowing myself to feel the joy that I give to people. Because, when somebody compliments me, taking a big deep breath in and owning it and go, wow, I helped create that. That's not arrogant. That's actually reciprocity. That's called the giving, and beautifully the ebb and flow. We all like to give. It makes us feel good to give, does it not? Do you guys like to give too? And if you like to give, let me ask you this. How good are you at receiving? When people go, oh, let me help you. This has always been something that's been hard for me. I'm a giver. It's almost like you give. But I never allowed the reciprocity of the joy coming back into my life, into my world. So I opened this new doorway up, and now I'm feeling a lot more fulfilled. I feel a lot more balanced. I feel so much more joy when I'm working with people. I'm inspired to do events again. I have so many events coming up. It's kind of crazy. I'm doing this accelerated online healing course starting January 4th. Where we're going to help people really kick off and create a whole new aspect of yourself. And I'm really stoked to be able to teach it from this state of mind, from this peace and awareness in my life, rather than where I was 5 months ago. It's always really kind of cool what's going on. So I'm only one person, and it's kind of like when I sit back and I realize, wow, all the work that I do, all the work that I have done, it's okay for me to feel that. It's okay to relish in my accomplishments. That's a part of receiving too. Relish in your accomplishments. Relish in what ingredients you want to experience in your life, and that you have brought into fruition in your own life. It's like once we get what we want to accomplish, it's like on to the next goal, or that's what it used to be like in my mind. you know? So now I sit with it. I sit with it in appreciation and loving and full appreciation, grateful to all this wonderful stuff. There's so many wonderful things going on. And if you're tapped into life of what sucks and all that, you're going to notice what sucks. Okay? If you want to change, you're going to make the change. And not too many people know that there are tools to apply these ways to change. So, and that's what I like to do. I like to help people with all that stuff. So there's tools out there. There's tools of self-transformation. There's tools with all these spiritual teachers. They talk, oh, do all this and be that way, do this. They don't give you the tools. How can you teach a man to fish if you don't have a tool? Okay? So if you teach a man to fish, give him tools. That's a cucumber. It's for my salad. Anyway, I just made myself blush. Ooh. Anyways, there's so much that we can be a part of, and there's a lot of tools out there, and things are changing. Therapies are changing. The way that people are going about healing themselves are changing. Perceptions are changing because the old ways aren't working. Okay, so I invite you to watch my journey as I invest in myself more than I've ever invested before. I invite you to watch this. I invite you to hopefully be inspired by me. I really hope that you are, because it makes my woes and troubles all become valuable for me, not only for me, but to know that I go through them so I can help other people go through trials and tribulations as well. So I invite you guys to inspire other people. I invite you guys to really sit down and listen to your hearts and find out what it is inside of you that really makes you excited and that brings that passion to the forefront and that makes your life more abundant. I invite you to focus on gratitude. I invite you to focus on the joys in the world, to stop focusing on the negativity, to turn off your news. You don't need to focus on the news. You give it more power. What you focus on becomes powerful. Okay? So try focusing on something new. Try focusing on liberation. Try focusing on freedom and feeling what it feels like to feel free from any turmoil. That's some sexy shit. Feels good. And you can allow these things, and it can actually be anchored in. This energy can be fully anchored into your reality if you want. If you really want it. Okay? So, there's so many beautiful hearts and souls out there, and you're all one of them, and I love you guys. And if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, it's up and running. Just search for my name, Danny Picard. There's a Danny Picard that looks like me, and then there's a Danny Picard that's some comedian that shares football stuff. That's not me. Go sports ball. But check out my YouTube channel. There's so many resources there for you guys. There's also my website if you guys have any questions, if you want to reach out, if you're looking for some guidance in how to access more of your potential. This is what I do. So it's your life, it's your investment. It's how we go about our lives, and do you want to wait for it to happen or make it happen? There's so many things available for you, but it's just that a lot of us, we want to put our energy in investing into something that's not giving back. It's going out and investing into a pint of whiskey like I used to do, when investing in a pint of whiskey was only taking away from my potential. And now I don't really do that. So anyways, I love you guys. I love you, Michelle. I love you, Susan. I love you, Lee. I love you, everybody. You guys are great. And keep on doing the good work. Keep doing it good. What kind of salad do you want to toss? Girl.